And welcome back, everybody. Hey, on May the 6th, Hope Academy of the Bronx will hold their 4th annual support banquet. And joining us with a preview, we have board member Jack Roberts. Jack is here.
Yes.
All right. You can give Jack a big round of applause. Yeah. I heard you guys beginning to clap. And at home, too. Thank you so much. Jack, tell us about the school. This is a fine academy, all right?
It is. We're in our 3rd year at Hope Academy of the Bronx, and it was started in our community where we've been for 45 years because we saw kids in our after-school programs that needed more help academically and some of them behaviorally, and they weren't making it in either public school or private school where they were. So we had a real desire. Actually, we started back in 1976 thinking and dreaming about this, and so we finally had a building built, and we're able to now address the issue of being academically or behaviorally challenged with the kids 5th through 9th grade right now. We started with 16 kids. We started with 9 kids, now we have 18 with 6 full-time staff members.
And they're behaviorally challenged.
Right, some of them were not able, well, some of them, they were in schools that they were not doing well, and they were absent a lot, or they were getting in trouble a lot, and the parents were really
chance
frustrated.
Students?
Yes,
yeah.
You could say that. We were right across the street from a public school, actually, and so we're quite familiar with some of the issues that are involved. And it's been really a wonderful experience for us to see what's happened.
Charter, private, parochial?
It's a private school. We're licensed, or we have a charter from New York State, but we're not a charter school. We're a private school, privately funded completely.
All right.
Yeah.
So you said the idea came from way back in 1976.
Right. Well, it often happens. Parents start wondering what are you going to do with your children when you're going to go to school.
It's not how long it takes.
And so we started back in '76 thinking about what to do, but we didn't have a facility to do it. But we were able to build a building. And so 4 years ago, we were able to start making serious plans for the school.
And you have something coming up that you want to highlight, some of the things that you're doing?
We're having a dessert banquet on Saturday night. Desserts,
I love desserts.
Yes.
Don't tell me that.
It's going to be
FM, are you ready? Helen, are you ready?
Yeah, it's going to be good from 7:30 to 9, and we're excited about it. We have a man coming to speak who's nationally known, authored 40 books, and is an expert in education. And so we're excited. Bruce Lockerbie is his name.
Dr. Lockerbie, yeah. All right.
Dr. Bruce Lockerbie, yeah.
He has a number of books out.
He does.
And he also has something called Paideia.
Right, Paideia. He has a firm that consults with mostly private schools on how to make their educational experience better for the students and the staff.
So who else is going to be at this function that you're doing?
Well, there'll be people who are supporting of the Hope Academy of the Bronx, people from our church, a few parents we hope will come. Yeah. But that'll be mainly it. People who have some interest in what we're doing, because it is addressing a need that everybody knows about. Everybody talks about the educational system in New York, and everybody's pulling their hair out, knowing what to do. And we know that part of the answer is the great student-to-teacher ratio. And we have 18 students and 6 teachers, so we have a lot of one-on-one time and small groups and after-school programs. It is absolutely important. These kids. We get kids that come out of the schools, both private and public, and their complaint, there are 25, 30 kids in a class. Sometimes and the teacher can't, even though they have good intentions and maybe great teachers, you can't teach 25 needy kids. You really need one-on-one
somebody's not going to get the attention that they need.
That's right.
So you get more individualized attention in this particular school.
Right, and the other thing that we do is we require homework that we actually check up on, and the parents have to sign off on it. And a lot of the kids come from schools where they didn't have any homework, and they're kind of shocked that they have to do homework. But we found that that's an important aspect of the educational system. And also in the summertime, we have summer school for them, and especially the ones that are struggling in a particular subject, we have morning sessions for a month that they have to attend. And
Jack, how do you get the parents involved? Because the parents have to be involved in this educational process.
I mean, that is a big challenge. I mean, obviously, the parents that bring their kids there have some interest because they do have to pay something, although the school is funded by gifts and donations. Only 6% of the budget is paid for by tuition because the parents that come, most of them are not able to afford.
Well, you said they have to sign off on the homework and everything.
They
so
do,
they have to be
and they have to be engaged. And we have parent sessions with them 4 times a year.
Yeah.
We want them engaged. We would like to have more engagement with them. But
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
important.
counseling available also.
Mm-hmm.
We try to do that with parents when they're open to that. So that's a very important part, because the parents are the ones that are primarily responsible
Sure.
for the education of their children in every area of life. And so we want to help make that happen.
I see it growing. I see it growing. It's going to get bigger and bigger. I mean, you know, if you had a concept way back from 1976 and
Yeah,
it finally
yeah.
came to fruition,
Yeah.
you know, I could see it growing bigger and bigger, bigger than 18 students.
Right. Well, when we built the building, we thought we could have 50 students in there, but
Yeah.
once we have them in there now, that's not going to happen. Maybe 50, 30.
Do an extension to the building.
We're talking about that. We're thinking
Oh,
about that.
see? There you go.
That's a dream that we
Uh-huh.
have, and something that we'd like to see happen. Yeah.
What do you hope the community gets out of what you're putting together?
Well, we want the community, which is one of the poorest in New York City, and the poverty level, 42% of the people in our neighborhood live under the poverty level. And so we want to see them, that there's hope for their children, because all parents, unless there's something really not right about them, want their children to do better than they did.
Sure.
And so we're giving them hope that here they don't know what to do with their kid in school. It's been a nightmare experience for many of them, just really, as you can imagine, and there are lots of war stories about that. But here is something that's really working. We have testimonials from parents that say how excited they are. They just the kid wants to go to school in the morning, and so we want to give them hope. We want also to point them to what we think is the ultimate answer, and that is a relationship with God through Christ.
Yes,
but
yes.
this is we're providing a valuable service to them, and we want them to buy into it and have be encouraged themselves that they can do better too if they will apply
I think
themselves
that's
to what's
important
available.
because, you know, people say they have taken that out of the public school system, you know, and we need God with us every step of the way. You got to have a faith in God to make it all work, you know.
We really do, because, and that's one of the things about a school that I like, is that we're teaching the curriculum, which is important, absolutely important. We have to engage the world in which we live through the biblical lens of Revelation, and so that puts everything together. The beauty of the earth being a creation of God, the organization, the order of the earth being something that God instituted, the importance of every individual human being made in the image of God. That's absolutely critical. That the whole racial issue is really resolved when you understand that all of us are related to each other through Noah and then back to Adam. We're all related. It's the same DNA.
We need another show, Jack.
We need a lot. But it's exciting. We hope that people will come to the banquet or find out more about us on our website, hopeacademy@bhoff.org, and because we know that this is a tiny part. We're addressing a very small number of children, but we know this can be replicated in other places.
It's a great step, you know.
Yeah,
you're a great
I think
conduit for God, for the Lord.
Yeah.
Thank you
I
so
think
much, Jack.
Thank you.
One more question. Do you need support for this? Do you need funds?
We need lots of money.
Elected officials.
As I said, only 6% of our money comes from tuition. That's the flip.
You have 10
of what-
seconds. Take this camera and ask for what you need.
Yeah.
Jack, make that connection.
We need somebody to give $100,000. That's what we need. If not 100,000, 50,000. If not 50, 10,000. And we need regular monthly supporters who will give at least. We need 170 people to give $100 a month. That's what we need.
All right. How about a bunch of people giving $1?
That's it. 150,000 people giving $1.
There you go. Thank you so much, Jack.
Thank you.
Give Jack a big round of applause. Jack Roberts, board member, Hope Academy.
Thank you.
Hope you guys do great. And God bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. Stand tight for a second, Jeff. We have to take a quick break, but coming up next, we'll take a look at an organization working to spread hope and dreams. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more.